Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut 11. This is Kathy speaking, and the messenger is here. I hope that you are all doing well. I hope you've had a wonderful Easter, as the Catholic Easter just took place. For those of you that are wondering, I have told you I am Greek Orthodox, so the Orthodox Easter is not until early May, but thank you for your wishes anyway. I hope you've enjoyed your long weekend, and let's see what the messenger is bringing as Mercury is retrograde today. Mercury, the messenger of the gods, is retrograde, and my incense does not want to burn today. Here we go. Some beautiful jasmine for us to clear our energy. How beautiful is that? Okay, for us it was a normal weekend, and I just wanted to mention the astrology for the month of April. The astrology month ahead analysis is up on Patreon for those of you that are with us on Patreon. Check it out. It's over 3 hours. It's a long video. There's so much going on in the ethers, as we're still in between eclipses. Okay, so there's so much going on. We had to look at all that, and we've done a lot of looking back to the past, as that's what astrology is all about. It's about cycles, and it's about what happened in the past. All right, so I know most of you are astrology lovers, so that's why we do talk. The astrology here on the messenger is here, and that's because as above, so below. Whatever's going on up there is reflecting physically in our lives down here on Earth. So we are using today the Modern Spellcasters Tarot. For those of you that are interested, beautiful deck. I don't think I've used it for about a year. So I've brought it in, and I will be using it for the love readings that will be done on Patreon. I might use it for the elemental love readings here on YouTube, the free readings as well, as I feel called to use that. Okay, John Holland's The Spirit Messages, as well as we'll be taking a message of advice, and we're taking Lenormand as well. Let's see what the Karma Dharma is as the moon is transiting through Capricorn. And my dear friends, we've got a Venus Neptune conjunction in Pisces, right? That 27th 28th degree is the exaltation point of Venus, so that's where the most the deepest compassionate real love, real caring is with Venus, and she's connecting with Neptune there. Very romantic, very creative, very magical. As long as you're not in a dream state and just fantasizing and thinking that it's real, because for some of us this could be the case, but Mars and Saturn in Pisces also, it's like the dream is there, we're all ready to grasp it, but then Saturn says, hold on, there's still something that needs to be taken care of. Wait, hurry up and wait is the message today. So it may feel a little bit frustrating. Things that you've been hoping to manifest have shown up for you. They've been promised, but they're not coming until May. I'm afraid to tell you, April is not going to be an easy month. I have been saying this recently. So May is the month, okay? So, of course, we're not all on the same timeline, so timing could be different for each of us. The blessings are coming in May as Mercury, the messenger of the gods, is retrograde. It's time to go back. It's time to revisit. It's time to look back to the past, where we've got an opportunity to tweak, fix, redirect, change, complete things. This is the opportunity that Mercury will bring us, the messenger of the gods. He's about communication, he's about commerce, business, he's about the internet, short distance travel, anything that gives you a sense of mobility. Okay, it could involve siblings, your neighbors, your close environment, decisions, contracts, anything to do with schooling and learning as well. All these matters we'll be re-looking at. Now, if you're a Gemini or a Virgo, very important for you, obviously, because you are ruled by Mercury, but it's important also for the cardinal signs as Mercury, and we're talking about this in the astrology. Mercury is retrograding in Aries. Okay, we go into the very fine details on Patreon. Do consider joining us on Tier 3 for the astrology month ahead. As to if when we understand the energies up above, we understand what's going on here. So don't sign any contracts. Mercury's retrograde. If you're picking up on old situations, then yes. But if this is something new, whether it's a relationship, a business partnership, a new friendship, whatever you're starting now, if it's not something that's connected to the past, it's not going to last long. And there's a lot of miscommunication. So all these themes will be coming up. What is the message? The Karma Dharma. We've got the Chariot, Cancerian energies, and today is not April Fool's Day, which was yesterday. Funny, eh? April Fool's Day, and Mercury turned retrograde, the trickster. It's the 2nd of April of 2024 today, but the messages may be important for you personally when you get to view this message. So let's see what's going on. What is the advice, please, Spirit? What is the advice that we need to know today? We've got some wonderful blessings coming in. A solar eclipse on the 8th of the month. A new moon in Aries. We've all got Aries somewhere in our chart, in our birth chart. It takes up a certain area of our life. Obviously, it depends on your rising sign. Those of you that are not familiar with your natal birth chart, you've never had it drawn up, cast, it's a free service. If you would like, it is a free service. So you can email me at divinedebut11@gmail.com and I can send it out to you. That way I can tell you your moon and your rising sign, also your north node, your Venus placement, your Mars placement, okay? At least if you have those details, you can follow along with the astrology on the Messenger is Here that we do every Tuesday. What is the message? What is the advice, please, Spirit? Hello from heaven. Your loved ones in the spirit world want to connect with you as much as you want to connect with them. They know you've been thinking of them and they're sending you signs and symbols to show you how much they love you, to prove they're with you at this time. So hello from heaven. If this is not someone that's passed on, a beloved person that's left you, that's left the earth, then this could also be messages that are coming from spirit, from the divine, giving you like a bit of a nudge and saying to you that we've got your back and that you are loved. All right, so let's see what's going on. What are the messengers? What are the messages from the messenger? Hermes, Mercury. Hermes in Latin. Hermes in Greek and Mercury in Latin. It's the same god, right? It's the messenger of the gods, the trickster, the communicator, the winged god. He had wings on his sandals. He had wings on his hat. He was so fast. But it's not about receiving the messages now fast. It's about looking at the details that we've missed in the past. So Mercury is going to bring those things to our attention. Yes, it can bring past loves, past friendships, past business deals, past opportunities, and anything that we've left incomplete. Mercury retrograde gives us the opportunity to do that. Remember, Aries is the initiation. It's cardinal fire. And of course, if it's your birthday today, happy birthday. A lot of fated events are going to play out as the sun is going to connect with the north node in Aries. very lucky time for Aries and this solar eclipse. It can also be just energetically or on a larger scale. So for the collective, it can be a bit fiery, a bit action-based, anger, frustrating, all these emotions we will feel. On a more personal level, I would say that this is a new seed, a new chapter that is opening. So it's going to also weigh heavily on a wound that we are carrying, a wound from our past lifetime, our childhood, something about not being good enough, right? Something to do with our self-worth. This is what we're needing to heal because Chiron is going to be on that eclipse. So keep that in mind. Remember that new moons are new beginnings. So set your intentions. On the 8th of the month is this solar eclipse. It's going to be a total. So we're doing that analysis today, tomorrow on Patreon. You're on tier 2 or tier 3 if you want to see that. And I'm also going to give you the opportunity, those of you that do not want to be on Patreon, the analysis of April, which is going to be, oh my God, what a month. I will give you the opportunity for those of you that want to make a one-off purchase through our website, okay, and you just want to purchase that analysis. I will give you that opportunity. The website will be beneath this video. You can go and just click on the link and make a one-off purchase on the astrology of April, which is a wow factor. It's going to be, so much is going to happen in the world. It's very war inclined, one country opposite the other. Remember, North Node is in Aries, South Node is in Libra. Now this is going to be a North Node eclipse, so it brings blessings. It's a Jupiterian eclipse. We've already had that lunar eclipse in Libra on the 25th of March. February, March, April. Not easy months, but at least April is giving us the opportunity to do the work. We will have lots of blessings. Jupiter is connecting with Uranus in Taurus, a Venus-ruled sign. So we're all going to have some sort of a blessing. It could be abundance. It could be a sudden turn of events, a shake-up that could lead to a brand new path that will be of more abundance, more self-worth, more gifts coming from Jupiter. Okay? So especially lucky, of course, for the earth signs, Taurus especially, and the water signs, I should say. But Jupiter will bring gifts for everyone. He's like Father Christmas, right? So let's see, dear Spirit and my dear archangels, and excuse the nails, miscommunication with my nail appointment, typical of Mercury retrograde. What is going on? What is going on? What are the messengers? The messages coming from the messenger. Okay, remember, Mercury is also the way we communicate, and it's stumbling over your words, surely. It's shown up already. The technical issues with, uploading, it's happened already with the internet, with, your cell phone, the phone not working, your computer's not working, breakdowns and confusion. Okay, that's what Mercury will bring us. Let's see what's going on. What are the messages? Thank you, Spirit. Knight of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Some sort of a romantic or a creative offer is coming through. Very Piscean. We've still got Mars, Saturn, Venus, and Neptune in Pisces. And I feel that this is what is stalling the new chapter which Aries brings, the new beginning, the Fool's Journey. Right? It's the energy of having 4 planets still in Pisces. As we are closing up major cycles, we've stepped into the astrological new year, obviously, but there are things that still need to be taken care of. And of course, with Mercury retrograding, yes, we've still got some unfinished business, some karmic closures that need to happen, obviously, and relationships are on the fore, obviously. As Juno, remember the wife of Zeus, is still retrograde in Virgo. It's all about the details. Virgo's healing. We're looking to see if we can heal a certain relationship so that we could keep it, or do we close the door on that? Is it a relationship? Is it a marriage? Is it a contract? An agreement? Right? Can it go through a purification? Juno is going to turn direct, and it's not by chance that she will be turning direct. And when a planet or an asteroid, which Juno is, turns direct, it means the retrograde is finished. Time's up. It's time to move forward with what you've reworked, revamped, re-looked at, given second chances on a certain situation. And it's not by chance that Juno's turning direct when Jupiter and Uranus will conjoin around the 20th of April. We've got the Death card, Scorpio. Something is going through a death process. Whatever this offer is, remember that the Knight of Cups, he's not certain about whether he wants this. He wants to offer his cup, surely. Because of the fish, I get dilemmas. Pisces comes through as well strongly. As I said, we've still got a lot of Piscean energy coming through. And it could be just very sudden, unexpectedly. Something happened. There was a dilemma. There was some sort of a stalling, some sort of a slimy getaway, miscommunication, too much water, too much emotion, too much doubt. All these things are Piscean. So the Death card, Scorpio. Scorpio is about depth. It is about death. It is about regeneration, rebirth after having finished up on something. So ending something, ending the way it was, or ending something totally, making space for something new. We are going to have a full moon in Scorpio this month. So this may be talking about towards the 23rd, 24th of April. That's going to be a very interesting time because the whole month is going to feel as though we're going through eclipses. And as I say, the details are on Patreon. We do analyze why this is the case, but pay attention to the 23rd and 24th as it is aggravating or bringing back memories of eclipses, of the eclipse of last October. So something has been going through a death and a metamorphosis, possibly from the Scorpio season last year. Wow, that is beautiful. That is the promise, that is the gift. Because the cup that the Knight holds is only a cup, it's emotional, it's not physical and tangible. Maybe this is what's changing. That's something that we've envisioned, hoped for, dreamed of, wished for, right? Is turning from only the imagination, the creation, the illusion, into something more physical and more tangible. Or we're revisiting a past situation. Yes, it could be the Scorpio, it could be the October period of last year where something went through a metamorphosis, and we're revisiting sometime in April the opportunity for, and it is an opportunity, that's what aces are. It could be anything, could be in your job, could be in your home, a relationship, it could be someone popping the question where there's been a romantic connection, right? Or maybe a creative, something that you've been working on or envisioning or wanting to you've been vision boarding, and now you want to take the steps, the physical steps in what this creation could be for you. Now remember, Pisces can also speak to a very quiet time, a time of solitude. We're coming out of that and into the Aries season. So we're coming out of mutable water, and, emotionally, we've been trying to sort of tweak things and fit into our environment, make the necessary changes. But through keeping the faith, Pisces is, I believe in this dream. I believe in this, possibly also, a secretive connection with someone that could be at a physical distance. That's Pisces, the 12th house. I truly believe that through my dream state, the dreams that I see, Pisces, I can put them down, make them physical. I've dreamed of something. It could be a physical or envisioning, something that you've thought about, something that you're creating in your mind, and you're making it more physical and more real. So this could be a partnership. This could be business. It does not have to be anything else. It could be a new home. It could be purchasing a property. It could be anything. For each of us, it will be a different situation. Now, because the death card is the natural 8th house, it can speak to fears. It speaks to mysticism, secrecy, those skeletons in the closet, intimacy, an intimate relationship, emotionally, physically speaking. It could speak to a possible inheritance after someone's passing. Remember the hello from heaven. Oh my God, here is the gift. And I'm getting the goosebumps as I say this. Someone has passed on. Someone that was very romantic in their nature. Someone that was very creative in their nature. Someone that would surprise you. Someone who was not very stable. I mean, Pisces is a mutable sign. Mutable signs are usually not stable like the fixed signs, right? So fluctuating. Easy to fit into their environment possibly as well. And Pisces could be anything creative. It could be someone that loved to sing. It could be someone that loved to draw. Whatever this message is, it speaks to a possibility, an opportunity for something that could be long-term. Yes, it could speak to monetary gains, the opportunity, a new position in an old job. So more money coming in. All these are opportunities. Now we're coming up to that full moon, but we've still got that solar eclipse, the new moon in Aries. And it's interesting because both the new moon, the solar eclipse, which is going to be a total eclipse, the light of the sun is going to be totally eclipsed. And we know that new moons are always dark. There's no light anyway. Being in the darkness can bring up fears. Yes, it can be very stressful. Yes, Chiron's going to be there on the solar eclipse. Chiron, the wounded healer, the resolution, the warrior. Remember, Aries is can be very combative, can be very courageous, but can also be very irritable and angry and frustrated. Matters concerning I versus us could also be a bit of an issue here. But Mercury is also going to be on this eclipse. So I do feel, unless Mercury turns direct, which will happen after the 25th of April and into May, we will not have the gifts. Some things will come through, but the blessings will not come until May. But you need to believe in that. If you give up, what can I say? If you give up and something's not worth your effort, you need to trust your intuition on your own personal journey and what you need to do. 8 of Wands, change, movement, quick energies. Of course, Aries is enthusiastic. It's quick. It's quick. It's, it acts first and then it thinks. But I'm going to say, because the ruling planet of this new moon, the solar eclipse, is going to be with Saturn, it could be that, yes, the potential is there, but it's as though something's not happening. It's like if you lose your faith and your belief that it can manifest, then you've lost the game. wait until May before you give up on what it is that you've been dreaming and creating and wishing for, okay? Eight of Wands could also speak to movement, travel, traveling through the air, messages, love messages, lots of communication. But it's funny that the messages are pointing towards the Death card. I don't know if this is talking about communication that's going to go really deep. Someone's going to be vulnerable and you're not going to expect it. They're going to be vulnerable and they're going to be open, which will transform the situation. If there isn't going to be the vulnerability or even the courage to try and find that middle ground within all relationships, because Aries is where the North Node is and Libra is the South Node. These are relationships, okay, partnerships. If you're not willing to take that risk, if you're not willing to be enthusiastic and you're being very negative, because obviously with all the challenges that we've all been through in the last 2-3 months, and even more, I'm going to say, of course, we're more inclined to say that it's not going to work out. But look at what we've got here. The decision is yours. You are the charioteer. And this also speaks to travel, movement, short distance, long distance. This could be a new home. This could be, migrating, traveling, going to a new neighborhood. This is all systems go. This is a victory card. And remember also that Cancer is also a cardinal sign. Aries new moon is going to square over to the cardinal signs of Cancer and Capricorn. Cancer, Capricorn, and Libra. Libra being in opposition, obviously. Are you going to pass the test? Are you going to stay on that chariot? Are you going to use the power, the energy surge that's coming in with Aries to make the changes to get this chariot to your desired goal? Where is it that you want to take it? This is your life. The chariot is your life. It's your career. It's your personal life. And remember, Cancer rules the 4th house, which does deal with the past and family and your personal life, your secret life, what you don't show to the world. Big changes. There could also be big changes that we are not aware of, that someone that's on our mind that we're watching this reading for is going through. These may not be your changes. They may be the changes that are happening in the other person's life that you are not aware of. Cheers. I got my Greek coffee here. It's a must. 8 of Wands, lots of messages. Are they hitting the spot though? Whatever they're hitting, they're going to cause some sort of a shift and an ending and a new beginning. And obviously, before a new moon, there is an ending, there's a completion. And this started from March 25th. That lunar eclipse in Libra. We've got the Knight of Wands. Someone does want to take action. Look at this. We've got fire and water. It's like they're coming into a meeting. Water is malleable. It's very interchangeable, of course. Very fluctuating. The Knight of Wands, which is fire. So we are leaving Pisces coming into the Aries season, even though this is more Sagittarian. And obviously, whether you're a Pisces or a Sagittarius or a Virgo or a Gemini, the mutable signs are going through many, many changes and much hardship as Saturn is in Pisces. But we see the Sagittarian wisdom. We see the optimism. We see the opportunity here for change, but because the Knight is looking towards the past, this could speak to some sort of a meeting. It could be, of course, relative to work, travel for work. Yes, a change of jobs for some of you. This is the Knight of Wands that's coming in very enthusiastically, very powerfully. This Knight of Wands, he's holding the Ace, which is the inspiration, which is the understanding, which is what he desires and what he's got the ability to create. He's riding on an eagle, right? And the eagle is freedom. It's having that wider perspective, that higher perspective. There's great intelligence here, but there's also the desire to move, to change, to take action. The Knight of Wands takes action. He doesn't sit back. He's not recessive, right? Fire is active. 9 Wands, heaviness, being tired, having had enough. The 9 of Wands is like, I'm almost at the point of giving up, throwing in the towel. But then there's a sudden shift that happens. Remember that Jupiter on Uranus in Taurus. This is Sagittarius, so Jupiter rules Sagittarius. There's going to be a twist, a sudden twist of fate and changes that you least expect. Because if we look at Earth, Ace of Pentacles, yes, it is a promise. Yes, it is an opportunity, but it's something that has been promised. It could take forever. Maybe it's taken too long. It takes forever. Look at how big the pentacle is to get this off the ground. It's quite heavy. So we've needed to work extra hard. 9 of Wands, we're coming to the end of that. It's like a getting unstuck energies, and the movement is starting to take place. This could also be someone that's coming in from a long distance. We've got the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups. And in this modern spellcaster's tarot, it's interesting because, oh my God, the devil. Because we've got 3 people in the picture. 3 people, so it's going to possibly involve some other people as well. But the Page of Cups is very unexpected. It's that offer. It's like going, because we got to the Knight of Cups and we're going back to the Page. So, Page of Cups, Pisces energy again, but it's very unexpected. This could also be a possible apology for some of you, or there's a messenger that's coming in. It could also be someone that's having a drink. We see them having drinks here. Someone that is, maybe going through a very hard situation, taking some sort of substance to try and alleviate the pain. It can be a very painful, emotional situation. Something is hurting. It could be our heart, it could be our soul, it could be our mind that needs to be healed. Chiron on this new moon is going to heal that wound. Now we've got the devil here, Saturn. Saturn and the cycles, the karma. Okay, we see these figures indulging. There's that 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. Whatever this karmic thing is, whatever these fears are, whatever this secret love affair is about, look at these 2 people overindulging. They're drinking, they're binging, they're doing things, they're going overboard with self-indulgence. And this is an unhealthy situation. Is it your mind? Is it a situation that you've been in again and again, stuck in a karmic cycle that hasn't been manifesting? Of course, this speaks to addictions, and so does Pisces. Bad habits, doing things that are not healthy for you, being in connections that are unhealthy for us. Now, the devil can also speak to a very intimate sexual connection as well, but can also speak to karma that needs to be resolved in the correct timing, or this speaks to the blockages or the law of nature, the law of timing, a maturation process that we're needing to grow more mature. As we see knights and we see a page here, we see a little bit of naivety, but immaturity possibly as well, where someone is taking responsibility. Saturn can speak to the building on the foundations, practical matters, taking those practical steps towards becoming the elder, the wiser, in due time. Remember, whatever it is that you desire, as Mars is coming up to Saturn in Pisces, you're not going to have it served to you on a platter. You're going to have to wait. Or you're going to have to tweak or trust and believe that it can manifest. It's a new cycle that's opening up. But it's very demanding of us. We just cannot leave the work to be done by others. We all need to take the initiative. Let's see what's going on. What's going on, dear Spirit? What is going on? We've got the heart, matters of heart or love connections. We've got the snake. And we've got the clover. This either speaks to a metamorphosis in a love situation. It can speak to third parties because the snake could be the other person, someone that's out of bounds, or the enemy. Obviously, if you're in a love triangle, as we see here for some of you, if you're watching this relative to romantic connections. Yes, it's been hard. Yes, something was forbidden. The snake is forbidden. But it's also about wisdom. Again, Scorpio comes through. There's going to be a moment of luck, a sudden turn with the clover. Do you grab the opportunity? Yes. That's if you really want what is on your mind. Do you really want it? That's what Spirit is asking you, because this is Jupiter in Sagittarius. And it brings luck. I'm going to say, have a go on lotto, play a lottery ticket. Don't spend too much money. We've got a lot of lucky turns from now and even until and into May. Give it a go. Trust your intuition. You don't have to spend a lot, but give yourself a break. Positive thinking, positive mindset brings you opportunities. Are you going to be open to grab those? It could also be that something that you've hoped for is now manifesting, because Saturn is the reality. It is the physicality of some sort of a dream that is promised here with the Pentacle. What is the main energies? We've got Scorpio and we've got Capricorn. Water, earth. Recessive energies. Emotional things turning physical. Scorpio is the emotions. It's the metamorphosis. Scorpio also rules money that comes in from other sources, from a partner. This could be a sudden break with a partner's job. Okay? Because the snake means Moon in Cancer. Be careful not to fall into a trap. This could also speak to deception, self-deception, deception coming from others as well. There's Scorpio again. Something is ending so that something else could take its place. Or there's a metamorphosis, there's change. The moon, see, a lot to do with the full moon that's coming up on the 23rd, 24th of the month, depending on where you are in the world. So a lot will be happening. Let's see emotionally what the psyche has got to say. What's going on in our psyche, which we are never usually conscious of, or just looking at heart matters, going deep relative to heart matters. So we've got quite a bit of water. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This could be a lucky break in something that's going to make you happy. But there's an ending before a new beginning can take place. Okay. We have admired, we have settling, summer, and lessons. What I'm getting here is that this is as though someone has been possibly checking you out also, admiring you from a distance, but not taking action. It's like they've got a hurt ego or a wounded heart, if not a hurt ego. There is some sort of lesson here, but there's also information that's coming in that's going to bring some happiness. Now, the Summer card, of course, does remind me of Leo, so it means confidence, right? It also means the inner child. The Summer card means happiness. I don't know if it is talking about summer or the Leo season moving forward. But the book is open, we're saying. There's some sort of a lesson here or some sort of information that's coming in that will be shown to you as straight after the eclipse. Obviously, the sun will beam its light right onto the moon. A solar eclipse, obviously, and a new moon obviously takes, it's on the third night that we see the new moon glyph, but energetically and psychically, the light will come. The light will come. It'll be like an aha moment after the darkness, which will be the eclipsing of the light of the moon, right? But remember also, new moons take time to manifest. As the moon starts to wax and grow, we will have our answers. I get a lot of wounding, a lot of pain here, a lot of disappointment where someone's drinking a lot or doing whatever it is that they can do to try and numb, get a numbing of the pain. But this was a lesson that we need to sort of, okay, the lesson has been received, now it's time to move on. There are other opportunities for new beginnings. Don't forget that. We're coming out of winter, we're coming into summer. We've gone through that wintry energy, which is like very, very much like the hermit. Yes, it could be physically talking about winter that's past, if you're in the northern hemisphere. For those of you that are watching in the southern hemisphere, it could just be an emotional, wintry energy that you were in. So emotionally feeling very down. But divine timing and the wheel of fate is turning. It's going to come in. It's going to come in and bring us the knowledge, the wisdom, but also the changes, helping us get out of this rut, out of this wintry energy, this coldness. And recently Venus has connected with Saturn, where it's called tough love. Venus and Saturn in Pisces, which is an unconditionally loving sign, sacrificing. But sometimes the martyr energy as well, when the love and the compassion provided or sacrificed is not returned, then we turn into the victim. We feel the victimhood and we do anything we can to overcome those wounds. Okay, accept the lesson. The lesson has been learned. Some of us are going to receive these lessons now or in the near future. This is all part of the soul's growth and our soul's journey moving forward. Accept what is and move forward. There are many opportunities for luck. Okay? The moon beneath that is the whip. Yeah, it hasn't been easy. There have been injustices. There's been a lot of secrecy, a lot of unknown matters, a lot of emotional turmoil for many of us. Totally understandable, but remember, heaven has got your back. So maybe I can take a couple of Sibilas on this this Page of Cups, this messenger of love. The messenger of love, or is it the messenger of illusion? Someone that does what it is that they like, that makes them happy. We've got the Viaggio, the Voyager, and like the Knight of Wands. Something to do with movement, change, action. This is the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is like waiting on those ships. Someone's waiting on someone to come in, to visit. But it is connected with the past. So it's talking about a past trip, a past promise of a visit. We've got the Bambino. Maybe the Bambino, the child, and a Piscean child could have been the third person or the blockage, whatever it means for you. But the Bambino means something pure, something new, a lot of play, some happiness. It is the Seven of Pentacles, which says we've invested ourselves into something that is being birthed. And we've got the news. The messenger brings the news. This is a telephone call. This is an email. This is an SMS. It could relate to documents as well. Something is communicated here and things will be up in the air. Decisions will need to be made because it is the Two of Pentacles. This could also be an offer for a new job for some of you that could involve travel. Let's take one more on that Massengini. What is this lettera, this Massengini about? We've got someone that's close to you, domestico. Now, usually this has got not a very trusting energy with the domestico. This is your butler. It's supposedly your helper. Someone that you work with, someone that's in your environment, someone that you live with. Maybe there have been trust issues. There's been either that or there's been a bad blood between you and a particular person. So a little bit of bad blood, yeah. So there will be communication or decisions relative to someone who is supposedly there to be your right-hand man. I want to take another one. We've got the Ace of Swords, dispiacere, tears of sadness or tears of happiness. The Ace of Swords is the opportunity. We've got the Vedavo, Three of Swords, someone who's been in solitude, someone who feels as though they've lost, physically lost someone, they're in mourning. Or this is someone that has regrets. Three of Swords. Three of Swords is a heartbreak. Someone's felt that wintry energy, the solitude. Not easy to close up a situation. But remember, the Ace of Swords is another opportunity. It can be reckoning. It can be hard communications, opportunities. Sometimes it can be cutting, but it can also be very much about truth and victory. Okay? So, of course, this will be different for each of you. So I will leave it there, my dear friends. Remember, aces are new beginnings and new opportunities. In which way it'll go, we're not all on the same timeline. Therefore, the story will be different for each of us. I want to thank you for connecting with us here, for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. As I said, all the links will be beneath this video, whether you want to join us on Patreon or purchase the astrology month ahead for April, which that will be through our website. We are preparing the individual love readings on Patreon the next couple of days. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for your patience. I know we're going to have technical issues. That's going to be 100% with Mercury retrograde. I'd love to hear your personal stories. I'd love to hear your opinion on what's going on in the world. My God, what's going on in the world? It's been crazy. Oh, and there is so much. I mean, the astrology is right on point. with what's been happening in Moscow, the terrorist attack there. I mean, if you look at the Russian natal chart and Vladimir Putin's chart, I mean, wow, we'll be talking about that on the analysis of the solar eclipse in Aries, and of course everything that's going on. I mean, even in the US, what's going on in Britain with the royals, and oh my dear, what a mess, what a mess. But this is part of the metamorphosis and the endings and new beginnings. Things have reached their peak, they've come to the end. It's time for new chapters, okay? So new chapters are ahead. Yes, we do have free will, free choice, but the hand of spirit also has got the first word. So we need to go with the flow many times. Remember, just release and surrender and see what happens. When you feel that the door is open, the portals are open, the opportunity is there, do take it. If you find blockages and limitations and it's not working out, stop pushing. Don't be that ram. Don't beat your head up on the wall. Okay, you cannot break the wall with your horns, dear Aries. We've all got Aries somewhere in our chart, so please do not take it as I'm, down talking Aries. I love all signs. They're all the same for me. I don't favor any particular sign. Okay, we all have our good and our bad. But remember, it's cardinal energy now. It's about new beginnings. So are we going to take action when the portal is open? Or are we going to stay and sulk in the past and keep continuing those difficult lessons until, my God, this will be how we will end up, in a mess. Okay, we need